it might be the most controversial plane in Mexico-US relations. 2 years ago this week, this small Beechcraft King Air flew one of the founders of the Sinaloa cartel, Ismael Zambada, better known as El Mayo, out of Mexico and into US custody. He went against his will, kidnapped by fellow cartel leader Joaquin Guzman Lopez, who was apparently hoping to secure himself a better plea deal with the US authorities, who took both men into custody near El Paso, Texas. Recently, the plane and even the in-flight snacks from the trip were put on display in a US Air Museum on loan from the FBI, with a sign saying the arrests were a result of a US operation.
¿Quién miente?
That's alarmed Mexican authorities. If the US was involved in the kidnapping, provided the plane, they say that would be a violation of Mexican sovereignty.
El embajador de Estados Unidos en México.
The US ambassador to Mexico at the time said there had been no participation, and now they have a plane on display as if it were part of an FBI operation. So the issue is, did he lie? So far it seems he did, that they did lie to the Mexican government.
The US still denies that it was operationally involved. The ex-head of international operations for the DEA, however, says that's not true.
The aircraft that was used to transport Mayo Zambada actually belonged to the FBI. And what they did before sending it to Mexico is they repainted it to make it appear like a newer aircraft. And so they participated, and this has caused great friction between Mexico and the United States.
But aside from the plane's chilling impact on cross-border coordination, the kidnapping of El Mayo has had another consequence. An almost 2-year civil war in the Sinaloa cartel he left behind, rent between a faction belonging to his son and Joaquin Guzman's brothers. So far, that struggle has led to thousands of deaths and thousands more missing. Some question if capturing El Mayo was worth it at all. Last Monday, Ismael Zambada El Mayo was sentenced to life in a US prison. Meanwhile, the violence and the drug trafficking in his home state of Sinaloa continues. John Holman, Al Jazeera, Mexico City.